Today, let's talk about tax liens and tax deeds, right? And I want to explain the difference in the two in a quick video. Number one, a lien is simply that. They put a lien on the property and they sell you the certificate of the lien, but the owner still have right of redemption. It may be 3 years, it may be 12 months, it may be whatever that state law is. So you need to know that. So anytime you buy a lien or a tax certificate, you need to understand that you're not purchasing the property. You're just buying the lien on the property because the municipality needs the money. They have real-time expenses, so they can't wait on their money. So they need it, so they'll sell you the lien as the investor, and you could get a guaranteed return, 26, 30%, depending on whatever the rules are. But remember, there is a right of redemption. The owner has a right to pay you back with interest in a certain amount of time, and they can redeem their property. Now, the deed in some states literally mean that. You can walk in some states like Alabama, they have over-the-counter tax deeds. You can walk in and buy the deed on a property that has multiple years behind taxes. The county has already confiscated the property because of back taxes, and all you're doing is purchasing them from the county. All right, so that's a tax deed. The lien, you're buying the lien. The deed, you're buying the deed. Now in Georgia, for instance, they use something called, it's a tax lien tax deed hybrid. You go in first Tuesday of every month on the courthouse steps, and you bid on it, and you win the deed. But there's still a redemption period. There's still a 12-month redemption period in Georgia. But it's very competitive, very competitive. There's another site called Civic Source. You can go on there and buy those too. Now you understand the difference between the two, the lien and the deed. So when people are saying, I bought a property with back taxes, they're basically saying, I bought a tax deed. The county had already done the foreclosure. They had already confiscated the property. Whereas with the lien, if you end up with the property, you're going to have to initiate the foreclosure process, and it can get lengthy. And then we also have to factor in if there's a mortgage, if there's an estate. It's a lot that can kind of hinder that. So if you're just looking to outright get properties, then you should focus on states that have tax deed. And I will focus on states that have tax deeds over the counter, where I can just walk in today, get a list of them, do my research. Remember, do your research, because if you don't do your research, you'll be buying a piece of junk land. It'll be landlocked, and you'll find out why no one wanted to pay taxes on it. Okay, so that's number one. Do your research. If you can't visit the property physically, do a Google map satellite view, zoom in and just try to pay attention to stuff like, is it landlocked? That's the number one thing. If it don't have a road to get to it, you don't want it. I'm telling you, you don't want it, because that means you're going to have to come up with an easement.